was a night when England got better? Is it a night when England should have won?
Well, I think in the second half, I think that we had a really good control of the game and played well and created some good chances, but a very disappointing first half. I thought the atmosphere of the game was dead. I think both teams actually were guilty of sort of falling into a practice match atmosphere, and there was very little injection of pace, and so at half time we weren't really very satisfied with that, but even more satisfied, I suppose, with the second half. So I think in the second half we got back to the standards. We're setting high standards now. I thought we matched those standards second half, and I would like to think that if any team was going to win the game this evening, it would have been us.
I think we deserved to win it in the end. I think we had the better chances. Game of 2 hours really. I think Italy were the better team first half, and partly because of ourselves. I think we didn't put enough pressure on the ball, and we let them have it too easy. And second half we come out and dominated. I thought we created chances and could have won the game, but overall we're pleased with a draw. It's a good result Italy away, so it's not a disastrous result, and it keeps us on an unbeaten run since the summer, so we've got to be happy after the first half.
It was a difficult game, and it was hard to break them down. They set out very well with 3 at the back, and the 2 wing backs were helping them, so it was difficult to break down, and I think there was going to have to be a strike from 20, 25, 30 yards to beat them, to get a goal today, and thankfully it was me that got it.
Townsend and Barkley came on and gave the team a real lift. What did they offer the team, do you think, in particular? Because there was much more directness about England then. Yeah,
I think what we had, and not just because of them two, I thought the best player on the pitch by a mile was Michael Carrick when he came on. I think he came on and dictated the game for us, and you've seen how much control we had since that. So I think he was the big difference in the two teams second half.
Enabling other players to, the game to be released, if you like, for England.
Yeah, and I think Andros, Ross are impact players. They can create chances for you, and that's what we're hoping they do, and thankfully Andros has done that with a great goal.
I thought Barkley in particular was really, really good. Very brave, very courageous, prepared to get on the ball all the time, prepared to take people on. He really is an outstanding young talent, and it's great that we've had a chance to have him with us these 2 games and give him 20 minutes in the first game and almost a half here now. And I've got to say a word also about Andros, because that's the second time he's come on, and when we needed someone to do something a bit special, he's come up with the goods.
In a way, you've rewarded Roy's loyalty to a degree. He's stuck by you, hasn't he?
Yeah, of course. I think the manager stuck by me through the tough times, and I think every time he has picked me, every time he has shown me loyalty, I've always repaid that faith, and I've come on again and I've repaid that faith again, and hopefully it can continue.
Just sum up the importance of ensuring England weren't beaten tonight, that unbeaten run has continued.
I think it was important, obviously. We know it's a friendly game. We're missing a lot of players tonight, but it was a good chance the players who came in to give the manager something to think about. And especially after the first half, we were really disappointed. That was not what we planned first half, and we had to react second half, and we done that and could have went on and won the game. So we have to be positive. We have to go away in a positive way with a good result in the end.
Well, Glenn Hoddle, Lee Dixon and Andy Townsend are with us. Andy, from your view in the commentary box, the way England played in that second half with real purpose, quick passing, yes, flirting with danger at times at the back. Is that the way that England should play? Is it their natural instinctive
100%.
way?
That is the way forward. With this current group of players, with the young, exciting, very pacey players that they have, I think if they're going to be successful, then I think they're going to certainly test people's fingernails and hearts and everything else, because it's just that sort of situation for me. I don't think they're designed to sit and protect and try and control the game like they set out to from the start tonight. It was much better when they got those forward players going and they played a bit more spontaneous, a bit more direct, and I think that is the strength of this England team. I think if they inhibited too much, then I don't see them ever prospering in a big tournament. They've got a real chance by being very positive.
Yeah, I think the fact that you saw the difference when Carrick went into the centre of midfield in the pivot at that time in second half, just before second half. He plays forward, he passes, he's doing a great job like that for United at the moment in that position. He's played in big European games in that position. And for me, if nothing else, Roy would have learned tonight that I think he can put his hat on him in that position. And it makes us, like Andy's saying, a better team going forward. Those exciting players that Andy's talking about, he's got wonderful options, Roy. He really has. Sterling, Sturridge, Lallana, not even here tonight.
Yeah.
But you need need someone to feed that ball into them, and Carrick is your man.
I think they've forced his hand a little bit, the forward-thinking players, over the last sort of 18 months or so. I think the development of that side of the game has sort of opened Roy's eyes up to saying, oh, maybe we can play a little bit like... Because if you look at defensively, I think sometimes we're going to get caught out. I think I agree with Andy. And you look at the centre-half situation and you look at how the back four's formed, and I never feel comfortable. No. And so with that in mind, what we're going to do, you're going to get better doing that, or you're going to risk a little bit the other end and say, well, we'll maybe score the odd goal more than the opposition. So it's a fine balance. At international level, you come across a good side. You know, Carrick's great on the ball, defend. You know, that's probably why Jones played there tonight, to see whether we can have a bit more of a solid look when we haven't got the ball at times, but he can't pass the ball like Carrick.
If Wilshere and Carrick are the two that go to the Euros, England look like they're going to get there, and they're the two obvious ones at the moment, are they good enough at the base of that diamond against Germany, Spain, France, at the sharp end of the Euros?
Let's not get obsessed with the diamond. The diamond brings in two strikers up front. That's the reason why sometimes you play a diamond, because you want to play two up. But the pivotal player there, I mean, Jack Wilshere, we shouldn't forget, against the opposition in the qualifying, it's not been that great, but he's been doing a fantastic job with the ball. Whether he can do that at top level is another thing. I think when we get to the Euros and we're playing the top teams, we're going to have to counter. I don't think we will have as much possession as we have in these games in the qualifying. So we're going to have to become a counter. To counter, you've got to have someone like Carrick that can use the ball quickly and get the pacey boys on there. Because England, this team is set up to counter.
It is.
And I don't think we'll have the possession of the ball that we're having in the qualifying rounds.
Go on then, your namesake. Terrific goal tonight, was it? 3 out of 3 for England outside the penalty area.
You know, I remember watching Andros when he first came into the England team and the effect he had on it then. And he was like a breath of fresh air at the time. They needed someone to get them out when they were defending, someone that maybe is brave enough to hit them from distance. And I remember, Lee, you mentioned that he picks the ball up here and then he drives infield. There's that space where he ends up hitting it from. But he's not afraid to be in that sort of territory because he can do this, can't he?
Well, the thing is, by moving off the wing and ending up there, no one's set to pick him up because the right back's not following him. So all of a sudden, the midfield players have got people to mark, and then they go, well, actually, who's picking Townsend up? So he's a kind of free man, and that is a...
Look, doesn't deviate the trajectory of that.
That's the spontaneity that this sort of player brings to the England team. If you ask him to just stay out on the left, hold your width, stay there, just get it, cross it, you've got to let these people go and do what they do. And he's been doing that, coming in off the line, really very, very well, to great effect.
Injury permitting, he will break Sorby Charlton's record. Wayne Rooney could have got a lot closer.